podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at Artie Demon. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 8? What are we on? Episode 8, The Sanctuary. And just like every other episode, let's have 50 million plot lines going all at once.
This one had way too many.
You have Giorgio's plot line. You have Adira's plot line. You have Buck and Michael's plot line. You have Suru and Tilly kind of mini plot line.
And then you have the overstarring arc of Federation trying to bring everything back and the burn.
Yeah, and so you have all these things all happening at once.
It's a mess.
It's a little bit of a mess. I do like some aspects of this episode. I like the scientific stuff. Yes. I love it when they all go down, they look at a screen, bring up this subspace network thing, and okay, let's cross-reference with this thing, and then they figure out science stuff, because that's why Trek is different, because they real science. And it sounds real, and it sounds like, okay, you could really figure this out.
Even though it's theoretical, it still can happen.
And also,
you need the technology
and
for
it's
it.
around a group, so it's not like one person telling everyone. No, they're all bouncing.
Yeah, everyone's bringing their own special. That's why I love.
This show's been doing a little better on that.
A little bit better, but then we get just modern day politics stuff that's not even an issue, because when we get to it, we'll talk about it, because when we have gotten past all that. But whatever.
Especially in the year 3100.
Yeah,
right?
You would hope.
We open up. Remember how Giorgio wasn't in the last episode? She just wasn't there. You know, Michael's mom, and how she feels like she's kind of like her mom too. Wouldn't that have been great to see that dynamic? But we didn't get to see that because she wasn't even in the episode for a second. And I guess she was like in the doctor's thing, because remember she was having her like memory flashbacks, and she's like, this isn't just PTSD. This is like her mind's deteriorating.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
They were talking, like they're talking to her, and he's like, "No, this is gonna continue. This is gonna get worse."
And she's just being, just awful. Here's the thing: was she ordered to do this, or did she come to the office? Because the way she's talking to the doctor, and the way she's, why did you even show up?
Yeah, Giorgio, this is a serious situation. Stop being yourself.
I just need your help.
You're not on the Terran Empire. It's not a show of weakness. You're not going to get killed for it. It's fine. You can tell him what's wrong with you.
And she's having all kinds of like, blood pressure spikes. Her ability, everything's like, that's because I'm just pissed off at you. No, it's because your whole body, your mind, everything's disconnecting. He's telling her things are going to happen. You're going to look in the mirror and you're not going to even recognize yourself. You're gonna die screaming into the void, and I don't want that for you. Let's try to help you.
Yeah, but she has to cooperate.
Yeah.
And then she says something horrible, like, "I'll poison your kids."
She's being so mean to him, and he's like, "Oh my god!" Like, she's just being.
He's not be lucky if I had any kids. He's all.
Because if I had the time, but this is not. I can't be trying to raise a family during all this. Here's the thing. What she's trying to do is to get him to give up on her.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, forget you. I'm not going to help you. Fine, it's what I wanted anyways.
Yeah.
But he's a doctor. He's not going to give up on you.
Again, this is
he's a good man.
And not only that, this isn't the Terran universe. She has to keep remembering that's not, people don't act like that.
Yeah, he's not gonna like take you, put you down, and then take you out. Like,
or just say, well, forget you. I don't want to help you anyways. You're a bad person. Yeah. No, that's not gonna happen.
And Michael's there because she kind of agrees to start getting scanned and stuff. 900 years advanced technology, and you still have to do it this way. And she's like, just shut up.
I know. The bravado needs to just go away.
Remember how perfect you were when you were on that planet dealing with those, dealing with the Orion Syndicate? This is not that situation.
Yeah.
You don't need to act like this right now.
You're around Starfleet.
Yeah.
So then Michael's down there, and she's trying to like talk to him, but I guess it's making it worse. And the doctor's like, "Hey, we'll let you know if we need you."
Yeah, because you're just making
because it's just making her go all over the place. But because she does care about Michael, so the only reason why I think Giorgio will do anything to save herself is because of Michael.
Yep.
If Michael wasn't on the ship, I don't know what she would do.
I think because she probably killed the Michael Burnham in her universe, this is like her second chance. I think that's how she sees it.
Yeah.
So Michael walks out, and now we have Book shows up. He's like, Michael, I've got an emergency signal from my brother. There's something happening on my planet. I got to go back. And he's like, because I guess there's like these like what would they call them? Sea locusts or ocean locusts, something like that. They're basically, they come in, but they've had this repellent. They push them back in the harvest and everything. but this repellent comes from the emerald. What was it, the emerald rope? Emerald thing. That's
the chain.
the emerald chain, and that's basically like the Silk Road. That's basically all the underhanded stuff.
Yeah.
But once you get into bed with them, you're just like the mob. Oh, you have to pay a little extra. Oh, you got to pay a little extra.
As you
But
would
that's
say,
that's the only force out there. That's
yeah.
the problem.
Yeah, it's like they say, you never break the chain.
Yeah.
That's a song. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
So he's like,
There you go.
yeah, it's going to take a couple weeks to get there. But of course, they have the Discovery. And they do what you're supposed to do. They just go to the Emerald.
Yep.
Thank you, you stupid idiot.
Why'd you do that last time, Burnham?
And you would have been fine. You would still be first officer.
No,
But
she didn't want to do that.
So they go to the Emerald and they explain the situation. He's like, yeah, my planet is under, the Emerald chain is, they got us under their thumb. They provided us the stuff to save our planet, but now they stopped providing it. And now we're going to be, my planet's facing starvation because it's going to destroy all our crops. Then the Emerald's like, I like how accusatory Michael is. You don't
Always.
sound surprised. And he's
Always.
like, this is happening to dozens of planets and all sectors all over the place. And
We can't be everywhere. That's the problem.
And you told them that's what the chain does. They'll give you something to help you, but then they'll start pulling back.
and they're reckless and they'll go to planets that don't have warp.
Yeah,
or
they
anything.
won't. They basically won't give you the full dosage to cure it. They'll just give you just enough
to live.
to live, to just keep it going, so they keep.
Yeah, to
using you.
keep you on the thing, and you have no way to really defend yourself because they don't have ships.
No.
They literally have no ships. So when they show up with their giant battle death cruisers, what are they going to do?
Yeah, it's almost like a weird, Mad Max world out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about
Basically.
it.
So he's like, "Yeah, I feel for your planet, book, but there's dozens of planets, hundreds of planets are under the same exact situation."
And we can't spend our resources going after them and fighting them at every front.
And Suru, I like how Suru was like, "Well, let us go there. We won't engage, but we will be like an observer to see what's happening with the planet." He's like, "I can't risk the Discovery. That spore drive is everything. We lose that, we're done." But basically talks like, "Okay, we won't. Michael will go down. We'll stay on thing, and as soon as one little bit of trouble, we're out of there." It's like, "Okay, fine. I'll sign off on this." It's like, "Okay, this should have been the whole storyline.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Giorgio. Okay, that could have been B plot. This could have been A plot.
Yeah, but you had like C.
Then you go
Oh,
D, C, D, E, F, G
yeah,
plot."
Yeah.
I like the Admiral. At first I thought I wasn't gonna like this dude,
But he's really like a good Starfleet admiral.
he seems
is.
like a pretty decent dude.
Yeah.
And
like
I thought he was gonna be, he's gonna be evil and underhanded. No, he seems even-handed.
So far, the Federation lacks like the Federation now, except the lack of resources. That's
Yeah.
the only
yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
With the warp drive, not having warp drive abundant.
So remember that salvage scrapyard planet?
Mm-hmm.
We get back there, and I thought the whole thing got exploded, but I guess not. That was a huge explosion in the last episode, but I guess it wasn't. And we finally get the lady who is the one everyone feared. What was her name?
Osiris? No,
But it was a
no.
female version of Osiris.
Yeah.
Osira.
Osira. That's her name.
So yeah, that was like her brother that they adopted in her family.
Yeah,
and stuff?
she killed his father, then like adopted him, the guy that was running the prison.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I had second guessing, I didn't want to bring you in, but I felt the thing that happened with your father, but she killed him."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you had to do what you had to do." He's basically kissing her butt.
Yeah.
But then she like sends him to some like prison thing, and it's like, I don't know, it looks like hell. I don't know another way to
does.
explain
So
it. Literally,
bad. And literally had bars and like ice on it, and it
or
looked
like
all
goop,
slime.
and I think it was like the remnants of the people that have been killed there. That's
Yeah.
like their bodily
Yeah,
fluids.
fluids. Oh.
So yeah, it's like hell.
Yeah.
And he's screaming for like his life. "Oh, don't be such a coward."
And he's
there's
literally
just
screaming
And I
Auntie,
go,
because that's his aunt.
Please don't show this. I said, please do not show this.
there's a giant monster worm, and it kills him, and we see he gets dismembered. We see the arms and legs get crushed, and they go everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm not going to show it. It's disgusting.
yeah, the CGI is pretty bad, but still it's graphic.
It's graphic as all hell.
Graphic. Why show it?
I
You could
think-
have just see him scream, and that's it. We didn't even hear.
Or
him.
you heard their
Yeah, that's it.
the crunch of the
If it goes
worm.
black, you don't
and then
see
goes
it.
black.
No.
Yeah, we don't need to see it.
Trek is obsessed with showing incredibly gruesome things.
Yeah,
Picard was the worst because it happened with people we cared about.
I know.
And they
Yeah.
butchered Egypt. Oh my god! But so
Don't
this guy,
describe it.
this guy literally gets bitten into pieces. And
Yeah.
then okay, so that's our setup. Okay, so this evil lady from the Emerald Chain is going to be coming after them because they let that one guy get away. That Orion who got his not Orion but the
Andorian.
who got his little antennas. And people said that don't those grow back?
I think they burned him.
They burned him.
I think they burned him. That's what I think.
Yeah, they probably went in his skull and
It's like with an old school cigarette lighter.
oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
No, you do
like
like
a cow thing.
no, you just get your gun, you shoot it out to the bell's hot, and then you put it on there.
Oh, that was. Oh god.
Ah.
I watch too many mob movies. And then, so that's our setup, which seems like a pretty decent setup. Jonathan Frakes did this episode. And my God, Franks, I love you. I love you. You cannot interject the banter into this show. These characters do not meld.
You're trying to have fun, but there's no fun to be had.
We don't. This isn't Data and LaForge. This isn't O'Brien and LaForge. Where they can kind of, or like even Deep Space Nine, when Cisco is talking with Curie, you feel it, right?
Yeah.
You don't feel it. The only people I actually like their interactions is Adira and Stamets. I
That's
like
a
because it's like a
father-daughter.
father-daughter and he wants to take care of her. And
Yes.
I like that. But besides that, no one else. Michael and Tilly a little bit.
Michael and
But they're
Tilly-
more like best friends, not necessarily like crewmates.
I kind of want to like Sue and Tilly, but
I do
think
too,
will.
but I wish
think I
I think
will.
Tilly needs to be more herself.
I'm First Officer Tilly. I
Yes.
speak like this now.
Now it's silly.
Exactly.
It's silly.
I wish Sulu in the episode would have said something.
He's like, relax.
Relax, yeah.
But he never.
He used to tell her that, but now he doesn't. It's so
Maybe
weird.
he's letting her find her own way.
I
Maybe,
guess, but yeah, calm it down a bit.
So we have First Officer Tilly who's talking to her captain like the proper First Officer.
It's,
she can't.
You don't need to be Zach Brannigan. Calm down.
well, and also it's like a joke. It's like what fans would think, like, oh, I need to act like this. No, you don't. You
Yes,
just
yes.
be yourself.
Yes, the Federation do have military programs, but this isn't like the military. You don't have to be, so.
So
Calm it
I
down.
gotta be, straight laced and perfect.
Yeah.
So she's going over stuff like what's happening with the ship. First officer stuff, and she's like doing things. I guess the jokes,
Jokes
Oh,
are
pranks, the jokes.
They're not landing. They're not
Some
landing.
one of the guys is like molting, so he had him stay in his quarters, and he has like some of his like
flakes on
him. It's not funny.
That's funny on the Orville. It's not funny here.
And then the
It's just
worst
not.
joke is coming up. Ugh.
Then so they go over a couple other things. So Tilly God, I can't even say it.
It's so stupid.
The thing about going, have we covered that? I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, we narrowed it down to a couple of things. I'm thinking, I pause. I'm like, are they talking about like propulsion systems or something?
No, they're talking about when Ricardo say engage. That's what they're talking about.
Remember, they had this conversation on Lower Decks.
Yep.
That fits that crappy ass show. That fits that. This is supposed to be more serious. And now, so it's like, it's because they don't want to say punch it because that's what Pike said. And the other one was execute, which I actually like.
And then there was
But you wouldn't have this conversation even with your first officer.
yeah, you
It's
really
stupid.
wouldn't. You really wouldn't.
It wasn't energized or something stupid like that. Not evolve. It was something dumb. But it's like, everyone hates that one. Oh, I don't want to say punch it because that's what Pike used to say. But you can say it a little bit different. I hate this conversation.
Can you imagine Picard having this conversation with Riker? Should I say engage or make it so? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, this is the thing you talk with your friends, but not in the real
This
life.
is what we should be talking about. The characters in the show should be having this conversation.
No.
But you can say punch it like a little different, like punch it.
Oh, it's almost like, is this like a callback to Lower Decks? That's how bad it is.
It's a callback to Lower Decks.
It's so stupid.
Oh my god! So then, so they have that conversation. Then they are remember that data they got from the what was Navarro?
Navarro.
They got that data, so they're working on it. So they're trying to find out where the burn started. This is probably the best part of the episode.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Because it's about science, and that's
it's
what I like.
The main plot of the whole thing, like where is the burn coming from?
So and the reveal is like stupid because the doors open and it's all glowing. Is that necessary?
I know.
So they walk in there and like, oh, this is it. This is where the burn started. It has all these like radiation levels, but we can pinpoint it. It started at an origin point, and wherever this place in space was, and so it had nothing to do with what the
With
Vulcans
Navarro.
were practiced, or they were trying to a new propulsion system. Had nothing to do with that. Do you think they're going to pull the rug from underneath us, and it really was the Federation the whole time?
I think.
I hope not.
You know what? Knowing how the show goes, I think it will. And then there'll be the new Federation because we don't tell lies anymore.
Oh God, please.
I
do
don't
that.
know, but they don't.
I hope not. I hope not.
So we see this, and then I like how this is where all the smart people start talking. They're all like super smart astrophysicists. The people on Federation vessels should be incredibly smart, and I like when they show that.
Yeah.
Because unlike our astronauts are smart, they didn't make the astronauts look like kindergartners.
No, a cadet in a Starfleet would make them look like nothing. A PhD.
That's how
applied
smart
physics.
we've
on
gotten
average.
as a human race. That's why you look.
And now we're talking about head engineering, so we're talking beyond even that.
yeah, we're talking cadets could run the space shuttle, no problem.
Oh, no
like
problem.
a joke.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, there's but within this, in the middle of this epicenter, we found a message, a signal, and it matches a Starfleet distress signal. What the hell is that about? Goes, but there's no words. but we filtered out, and it sounds like music, and it's that music from before.
And then she goes, it's on the planet, the thing with all the seeds in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that ship. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that family was listening to it.
Yeah.
To it.
Then
And
it's
Mars
also
is-
what's her face was playing on the cello.
Yeah.
So this is a connection here. See,
Weird.
Well, I'm thinking maybe that Emerald made that
Tall?
song tall, and then that's why he knew. But how did the other people know it?
Who's
That's
I know.
so weird.
some secret meaning, and they're trying to like, whoa, what the hell's all
See, I
that?
want to. That's
And
the
then-
mystery I want to know about this season. That's what I'm
And then
curious
also, did
about.
they say that there's like maybe a spaceship in
Yeah,
stuck in
well,
there?
no, because who sent out the signal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had to been a ship.
And they're seeing no signs of it, so maybe they're thinking it's still in there.
See, I thought at this point in the episode, like, okay, now if they decide to go here or do this other thing,
That doesn't even.
that
become a
doesn't
thing.
happen, which is
No,
weird.
it's
I
more
thought it
like
was
they
going
sit
to.
on it.
Well, because they have to make an algorithm, remember, and it takes a long
That's
time.
true. And
I
they probably have to
guess.
send it to the Emerald, get that
But
approval.
Suru's like, what's the lowest frequency that's in this signal? Can you separate it? So doing all this cool science stuff. So they're overlaying the sound signal and everything because his eyes and ears,
Ears are very
sensitive.
You can see that.
and he's starting to separate it, and we see that there's a match there. So okay, and then that's the one part I thought was kind of weird. Stam's like, hey, Adira is super smart. She can come up with this with an algorithm. I'm thinking, isn't that her place to say that? Not you.
Yeah, that was a little like. I wouldn't say mansplaining because I'm not like
That's
that.
not
but
weird
it's
because he
weird.
wasn't explaining anything, but he's almost like, oh, she could do this. Well, how do you know she
How
could
do
do
you-
this?
Yeah, don't throw me on Front Street here.
Yeah,
you know,
whoa,
like,
Exactly.
hey.
Bet she might have the knowledge of all those past people, but does she have it all together to use it?
It's super weird.
Because I thought she was security on Earth, so it's like.
Yeah, she was just like some person helping that dude
Yeah.
out. So he's like, okay, how long is it? About 12 hours, so that we can get this done. So everyone walks out, and then here's the scene. This is probably the best portrayal of a non-binary person.
It's still annoying, but.
and because it makes sense, because as soon as everyone walks away and she's like, because he's like, oh, she's really fast. She's like, they are really fast. He's like, Sam's, excuse me, I prefer they or them. Please, when you from now on, I've never felt like I never felt like a girl or a female.
Female.
So I'm more comfortable if you call me them or they. Then he's like, oh, okay. Here's the thing, that makes sense because like in other shows, I'm gonna like She-Ra, everyone automatically knew
That they
to
were
call Double Trouble they. Like they just knew. How in the world do they know unless you tell them? Here she told him. What can I say?
But
At least she freaking told
The
him.
thing I think it kind of redeems it a little bit is at the end when he says, "I've never told anyone else that."
Yeah, but then
besides my
before
boyfriend.
he walks away, he's like, Adira's like, I've never told anyone that
Not
besides Gray.
See,
her
that
boyfriend."
was a little
But
nice.
here's the thing. I'm gonna probably say her because I'm sorry. I do apologize if that offends anybody. I'll try to say Adira or them or they
I'm
because.
sorry, I don't care. She's a woman. That's what I'm gonna call her. That's what she is
Yeah,
to me. She's
it's
a-
just.
But if someone says, "Hey, can you please refer to me?" This she did it in a nice way. She wasn't like, "Excuse me, it's them."
And she didn't do it-
She did it as nice as I can't ask for it any better.
It's probably better because she does have a symbiote in her, so they
That
have
has multiple
different
lives
Yes,
of men and
maybe.
women.
and also she did it without in front of the captain. Didn't embarrass him. Didn't like. do it-
Excuse me, everybody. You have to get this straight.
Yeah,
She
didn't do
did it.
that.
She came.
See, that would have been first season. They would have done that like that.
Yeah.
So, for however that situation played out, I think this is probably the best way they've ever
Do
done
you
it. on
think
television.
Jonathan Frakes changed it up a bit?
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
guarantee
but
he did. I
maybe, yeah.
guarantee he did.
But
No.
we have those issues today. Shouldn't we? Shouldn't that all been?
Why did that matter?
And you know what I'm
No.
saying? Then we get it. I don't know, whatever. But it's nice that she shared that very special secret thing for her to. Oh my God, I'm doing it again. For Adira to share that with Stamets must have been very tough for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get that. Moving on.
Yeah.
So Book's like, okay, they got the okay. They're gonna go to the planet. They're gonna observe, and he's super worried because he's like, well, I haven't talked to my brother in forever, and it's not really his real brother, but on their planet, when you connect, you're a
You become
family.
family.
So he's like, yeah, but he's been working with the Emerald Chain. He's been doing all this stuff, and I don't know, and he's calling out for my help. I don't.
He's almost like nervous, like
Yeah,
scared.
like what's he trying to do?
Why is he doing this? Is unusual for him to do this. He wouldn't do this.
But Michael's trying to be nice to him and kind of talk him through it. We're gonna get this done.
Well, and also she's like, "Oh, I can't wait to meet your family." Like like that joke. Like,
you're gonna introduce me to the folks.
see, that's where I feel like he's trying to put the jokes in, but man, it just
I like Book. I like him. He's a cool guy. He's a badass. but I need a little bit more.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, yeah, it's kind of wearing thin.
Yeah, a little bit.
That little devil may care kind of attitude's kind of. This is Star Trek. That's why it's wearing thin to me. That's fine if he's on his own, do that. But you're on
He's in a Federation ship
now.
Yeah,
Let's get past that.
So they get onto the bridge, and he's like, "Oh, welcome back to the bridge, Mr. Booker." Oh, thank you, Captain. I kind of like that. And when people call Sulu Captain, it makes me happy because last episode no one called him Captain.
Yeah, finally he did. Book did. Isn't that funny?
So they're all getting ready to go, and then
Non-Starfleet.
Then he has to say his thing, and he says, "Black alert." Then he kind of looks around. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
Yeah. And then I think he says execute.
He says execute. Everyone's like, duh.
And they all look at him like...
That's a cool way to say it. I like execute. So get it
Because these are stupid leftist SJWs. They
get it done.
Yeah, that's funny.
Let's toast this.
Yeah, why does he say that?
So everyone's like, "Yeah, get it okay." They jump to the planet, and they start scanning and everything, and there's no signal coming back. And then Book, just look at him. You look how he's just like, oh god, because he's happy to see his home planet, but it's in distress. So it's like breaking his heart. His brother, the Emerald Chain, is all this stuff's happening.
Yep.
The whales are gonna probably die. People are starving. It's a mess. So like, okay, scanning the planet, trying to find out what's going on. I guess because they don't have ships of their own. They have no way to defend themselves.
All they have is just a shielding around the
Yeah,
planet.
they have like
That's
a
it.
pretty good defensive setup, but it's not even offensive. Like they literally can't repel anyone.
No.
Yeah, it's all defense. That's it.
So they also get a scan. Oh, there's a ship coming our way. It's at max warp. It's gonna be in a half hour, and they go. The thing's armed to the teeth. He's like, oh, it's Osira.
Chain. Yeah, it's the chain.
It's the trial of Osira. She showed up.
Gyra.
So yeah,
Sorry.
they're coming for a fight, and then he's like, only got a half hour. Okay, Michael, Book, get down there, figure out what you can figure out in a half hour. If things get nasty, you get back up here, and we're out of here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, I guess that's the plan. This should have just stayed with this.
I know, right?
We get back to
Giorgio.
and she's like wearing this little onesie.
Yeah.
She's a very small woman, so it's like, oh, just so cute. She's wearing pajamas.
She's ready for sleep time.
She should have little footy pajamas on.
A little better.
Oh, this is so much torture. I have to wear this thing. Like she's just being herself.
And they're like, no, this is not torture. Okay,
It's
you
to
know
help
what
with-
torture is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is supposed to help with the Neuralink, so we can figure out what's wrong with you. And I thought this was super funny because she's still being super mega bitchy. She's so small. She gets on this little table. You just like jump up to it. She's like a little lady.
Little lady.
She's like a little lady.
I know, she don't look so menacing now. You look like just a...
Yeah, without all the black, when she just looks like a regular, like, nice lady.
like an
just
older
being-
lady,
Yeah.
like a nice grandma type.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's still talking crap and everything. The other doctor's like, I need you to count back from like 100 on the day. Shh, no. She goes out.
Yeah, exactly. It's every
He
instant.
did what every fan wanted to, just have her be quiet for just a little bit.
Then
Thank you.
I just wanted you to go, do you hear that? Silence.
I thought it was the
Nice.
funniest.
Finally.
So they're gonna help her. They're
Yeah.
gonna try to figure out what's going on with her. So, but we don't get any answers from everything that they do. There's some information on the screen, but they never talk about it. I don't know if anyone's gonna discern it and see exactly what's going on there. We get back to Adira, and they are playing the cello. They're playing that song, and it's like, what's the deal with this song?
And
It has to have some secret coding, or it has like maybe coordinates to something, or plans to a weapon of some kind. There's got to be something up with this music.
Maybe that song was just brought out there so everyone think, oh, that's a popular tune, and it has like a deeper thing in it.
or maybe it has like a
Maybe.
secret code that you can access the Federation to see what
Like
they
if
were
you
working
play
on.
that song in the main computer, it unlocks something.
But see, here's the thing. That's why I don't think the Federation... I know the Admiral's not behind it, because why would he want them to figure it out? See what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense.
Or maybe it's even above his head.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, like you said, I know they said that Section 30...
They haven't even mentioned Section 31
Well,
yet.
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's not around anymore, but do you think maybe they were
Well,
involved?
but there's the thing. Why would they want to mess over the Federation? Their goal is to protect.
Well, maybe
the
they were
Federation
trying to
at
do
all costs.
something that was going to make it like stronger or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. Again, we'll find out more. But
So Adira's playing, and Stamets is in there, and he's like, talking to Adira. But this is a revelation here. Gray's not talking to me anymore. I can't even see him. I know he's there. I can feel him in my mind, but I don't, because before, remember, he was like physically there, like
he's
talking
not
with her,
coming out.
talking with Adira.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of making Adira sad. She's
But
almost
that's his choice, though.
crying
Yeah.
because my boyfriend, we're like, oh, now we're back together, and even if it's in our minds, we're together.
Yeah, we're together.
But why did Gray withdraw?
Like I said, my own personal feeling is maybe he feels wrong for always being with her. Like, in a sense, like, let you...
Crutch.
Yeah, be yourself.
It's almost like if you think of like some of our like favorite animes when the girl dies, she's a ghost and comes back, but she knows she has to move on. It's that kind of weird thing.
But he's always going to be there. He's literally. But see that makes it even worse because Adira can feel him.
Yeah.
Always. Adira did say that sometimes it's the Admiral, sometimes it's Gray, sometimes it's someone else, and I can feel all of them. But I like she just wants it to be just Gray. But you're no longer just Gray.
No.
Yeah.
You're no longer just the Admiral. You're no longer just Adira.
I just think it's just weird that you have your boyfriend's memories like that with you.
Yeah,
It's
with
so
you.
Weird.
Yeah, so for I feel they is just going through a lot.
It's a lot,
well.
and again,
Adira's going through a lot.
we still don't know how all this is affecting a human host.
Yeah.
Because the only we've ever known that had any prolonged symbiote would only just been Trill. So maybe that has something to do with it too. Because maybe the human.
And Mikey just had it for like a week and it messed him up bad. Not one episode. So you can imagine for lifetime.
I do like Dad Stamets because he's like, you know what? Well, it was like one day at a time, and you may not see Gray, but I'm right here. I'm out here,
and I think
and I'm here for you.
And I think that's what Gray is trying to teach her in a roundabout
Make
way.
real friends out there.
You don't want to be with me in a room.
Like I said, the ghost analogy.
Yeah, just sitting in a corner thinking of me and nothing else.
Yeah.
And go live a life.
Especially you're so young.
Exactly.
It's not like you're towards the end of your life. Okay, you're going to be constant.
Because I guarantee you, Gray's going to want you to be in a relationship and maybe and feel feelings and love someone and not feel like you're bound to me.
Yeah, find a new boyfriend. Find a new husband.
And the fact you have a unique bond, even though he's gone, that no one else has when they lose a loved one. You get to actually feel his presence. So it's not like you're not going to feel him.
So I do like the fact that Stamets is like, you know what? Let's play together.
The analysts not gonna be done for 2 more hours, so let's just play.
You know what? Why can't we get all of the characters and just have them in a separate sitcom? Like
because this could be just like
two dads and
two gay guys adopted a non-binary child, and this is their story.
How funny if Q did that to him?
And it's a little story.
It's like a real sitcom on the laptop, but they would never do that. But that'd be so funny.
It would be hilarious
because that's what it feels like.
Yeah, and that's what makes it sweet.
Because Hugh even mentioned about like having a family. Well, this is like. Their non-binary kid.
Yeah.
So like we have a very progressive family, 2 gay guys and non-binary.
Right?
Can't get any more.
Even though it's the 31st century, we shouldn't be concerned about that anymore.
But that's what they did in She-Ra, remember?
Yes.
Because it's 2 lesbians and a non-binary child.
Yep,
that's so. The non-binary stuff's so stupid.
There's that situation. We get back to the I keep wanting to say the Enterprise. I catch myself in my mind. The Discovery A. It's the second one now. Because he got upgraded. We see Michael and Book are on the planet now. That one guy's like, I need to talk to the captain. And Tilly's like, you don't talk like that. Then I like it, but I don't like it. Like, remember last time when she's being kind of
coming
boss?
from her, that's the problem.
Sometimes I feel like you know what hers? It's extremes. Either I'm captain like this and you don't talk to captain like that, and then she does something silly.
I'm gonna laugh and talk like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like pick one thing. And also, showing the little brass right there. I mean, it was aggressive.
You want to try that again?
Try that again.
May I speak to the captain? And the captain was like, okay. So this is the Andorian guy, and he's like, I want to get off the ship. He's like, you're not a prisoner, dude. But he's never known anything else. So I can understand how he's being very like, oh my god.
Because he sees the Federation differently than when we see it.
Exactly, and I think that maybe threw off Tilly a little bit too, because she's like, oh, Federation, all they want is they get a favor out of it.
Yeah, there's always an OLS or a catch or something. He's like, he's like, beam me down to the planet. I want to be with Book. Get me out of here. And he's like,
we have to get permission first.
You have to first, right? That's permission. I was like, he's like, it's always something with you Federation people. Then we get that little signal, and he's like, "Well, what's that?" It's like, "Well, there's a ship coming in," and he's like, "Is it Osira?" Well, we believe it is. He's like, "Oh no, she's coming for me!" So this guy's trying to get away from this lady, but
until he says, "Yeah, we can beam him up, but he'll get you in like 15 minutes."
Yeah, Osira's gonna. Yeah, if you want to be a slave again, go ahead and go.
Yeah.
So it's like either you stick with us and we figure this all out together, or you just run out and try to do things on your own. You're gonna get caught. So I thought that was.
It's true.
It was true.
We get down to the planet, and we got Buck and Michael, and it looks pretty bad. These little, the locust things.
I mean, would you say like PS3 graphics, PS2?
It's bad.
It's bad.
Pretend that you see something. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. It's actually, since like, I guess these things are eating everything, it's not beautiful at all. It looks actually kind of drab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we see that Book's an alien. His name is Cleveland.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I
I
was
know.
to bring that up. Cleveland Book.
Cleveland Booker.
He's
an alien. How the hell did you name him Cleveland?
He made up that name.
This is my guess. He had a human mom or a human dad, and then they took the name of the family name.
Maybe,
But there's no reason why this alien race would have a guy named Cleveland.
No.
He's not human, right? He's not human.
They're not human.
And it's probably spelled just like Cleveland, too, like Cleveland, Ohio. What the heck?
It's so weird.
I'm thinking of the Cleveland show right now.
Wouldn't that be funny if they actually had a city called Cleveland on this planet?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be funny.
Like, yeah, on an Earth colony, I could believe that, but not on some foreign planet.
It'd be so random.
But
New
remember,
Berlin's on the moon. Well,
remember he has like that empath power. Like, remember how he like healed Michael with that stuff that came out of the ocean?
Yeah, his race.
So
has
he
it.
can like make them kind of go away. And then Michael's like, "Whoa."
Oh, yeah.
Michael goes, "How did you do that?" She literally said it like that, like,
Like
it
she
was
was-
the weirdest line
Was
read she's ever done.
supposed to be like amazed by it, but it came off as like being drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
the
normally
forest
she does a
instruct.
great job of
Yeah.
like, where it doesn't sound silly. That was amazing.
Remember when she was affected by that one thing that made her loopy? That's what she
Yeah, it
sounded like
sounded
there.
like-
So he's like, "Yeah, I can kind of communicate with them." It's like, "So why don't you guys just do that?" It's like, "There's way too many of them. I can maybe get them out of this area for a couple hours, but they'll just come back." So it's like, okay, so they need some more of that repellent stuff, but it's killing it. It's just a big giant mess. They get surrounded. Somehow they didn't see any of these people. So they were walking towards this place. So they saw the backside of the trees. Then when they passed it, so were they like shuffling around the trees so they couldn't see them?
Here's the thing. This is a forest, but it's an open forest. It's not like a jungle where like it'd be easy to hide.
Well, they jumped down from the trees.
Yeah.
They were hiding behind the trees.
They're hugging.
How did they not see them from the other angle?
It looks like the forest from Mandalorian if it were bright.
Wouldn't it?
That's what it
wouldn't
looks
have
like.
been-
There's nowhere to hide.
I know they said you couldn't teleport, but maybe it would have been nice if they knew how to teleport. Like, just as damn did they teleported right there.
Or they had some type of like animal thing that was like letting them camouflage with them or something.
No, they just were behind a tree. Oh, here I am.
Here I am.
And
What's
then
this, paintball? How'd you get me?
we get Book's brother,
Oh.
and this guy has an accent that is tough. We had to rewind it and re-listen to it multiple times because it is thick.
It's thick.
It wasn't so bad towards the end because he was saying things that were more direct. But when he was trying to talk about the
And
plot,
when he was angry,
angry, yeah.
Oh man.
it was like,
Ooh,
"Excuse me,
I can't understand.
excuse me."
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand him. I couldn't understand him.
So basically, like they're being like kind of mini captured. He's like, "Michael, put your hands up." They have like wooden rifles. I do like that. It's a very nice laminated stock. It looks pretty cool. It's like if you took the Telesto from Destiny 2 and then made it wood,
Made it wood, yeah.
because it has that wood thumb hold. Thumb hold
It
stock.
almost looks like a drying gun.
Yeah, it's
Itchy a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks
The
like
wooden
it's
gun.
like a wooden, like it's very classic looking. Even has the little circle sights, just like in Destiny. That little.
Well, at least it looks like a foreign gun.
It looks like a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gun.
Not some stupid arm blaster thing, which is stupid. We get back to Giorgio, and she's having an episode.
We thought, is this
Yeah.
a dream?
Oh
she's
my
like
god, we're losing her.
blasting-
She's redlining. She's
Yeah.
redlining. We have to pull out. It was like, no, we have to keep her in here. We have to find out what's happening because we pull out. Then we lose everything. We're not going to end up doing this again. Then she starts to like phase out of reality.
Yeah, her face could
Like her body. Remember how that one guy was happening on the seed vault?
Yeah.
But he had a teleporter accident. What the hell's going on with
Do you think
Giorgio?
when
I don't know.
she went into the future it messed her up?
But why not anyone else?
I don't know.
Maybe
it
because
was-
she's from the Terran. Maybe.
Terran.
Yeah, it
DNA.
has something to do with being Terran. It has to. So she's freaking out. She's kind of half waking up, and she's seeing that flashback of someone being killed. And in the comments, she doesn't say son. She says San, like Goku-san.
Goku-san.
So not necessarily could not have been a family member. It could just be somebody else.
Someone that
So she wasn't saying son.
Yeah, someone that she admired.
Yeah.
Because that's what you say when you say
So
something.
she puts her hand on this person's chest, covered in blood, and she's all upset. And then she wakes up and she's like, doctor's like, Giorgio, what's going on?
What did you see?
What did you see? What do you feel? Talk to us. Do you have any recollection of what's happening? I had a wonderful dream of mounting your head on my wall. I don't know what to say anymore. Just protocol, teleport out in outer space. We're done with her. She doesn't want. She doesn't want help anymore.
More sedative. Knock her
When
out.
she first woke up, that was her honest reaction. When she first woke up, and she was like startled because like it was an awful thing that was happening to her.
But
experience.
she kept one of the neural thingies.
Yeah.
So she walked off with him like, okay, what is she going to try to do? It doesn't come back into play till way later. I don't even know exactly what it was doing. I guess it had the data.
Had the data on her. Yeah.
Get back to the planet, and they're talking things out, and they were brothers, like ceremonial brothers. But he chose to work with the evil people, and Book chose to protect his planet and not do that. Oh, you betrayed the family. No, you're a coward. You're a coward. Blah 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 blah. It goes on forever and ever.
Like
and
little, like what brothers do. Like
Yeah.
stupid child scrap.
Yeah, and you can't understand anything the guy's saying.
Sorry, you don't.
You don't. I don't know.
But he's like, that guy. What's his name? Ren, the Andorian.
Yeah.
So you have to give him up. And Book's like, no. They're going to throw him back in slavery, and I'm not going to do that. Well, it's to save our planet, whatever. Two wrongs don't make it right. He's like, I'm not going to do that.
And I like this because I think the Federation's rubbing off on him.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that Federation officers are like, no, we're not going to sacrifice this guy.
To go to slavery.
I think Book had the heart for it, but he didn't have a organization to back him up.
Yes,
now he
there you
has
go.
that now.
Now he has
he
that
has
now.
that now.
He's like getting it. So it's kind of cool. It's like growing for Book, from being this rogue to being an honorable person.
So, they're still. I guess they can't contact him because of that defense shield.
Mm-hmm.
So like everyone's on the Discovery, like, oh man, what's going on? Well, that ship shows up, and it's kind of cool looking, but it's very boxy. So then they're like, okay, he's like, no yellow alert, no nothing. We're here diplomatically. We're gonna do diplomatic thing. We're gonna talk this out. Answers the hail, and of course she's again, everyone in this series is a bitch.
Yeah, everyone's an
I
a-hole.
never spoke on the Federation ship in a long time. It's like, okay, another one of these people.
Another Giorgio tip.
God, another freaking bitch. Here we go.
She's just another
This is
shade of
Orion.
green.
That's the only difference.
But, and Subaru's, we're here because this planet called for help, and we're here observing them, and that's why we're here. Oh, how can you be here diplomatically when you're harboring a criminal with you? And then, and Subaru was like, well, what criminal? And of course, it's that Andorian guy. We don't know what he did, but again, if they're saying he's a criminal, it's more like you're a piece of shit and you just want,
Yeah, like it's honorable because you have jurisdiction laws and you have a warrant for the rest or something. Get out of here.
Yeah,
you guys are thugs.
Yeah, like there's no weight here.
So we get a couple of bouncing back between the brothers, and because that's who he's working for, and he's trying to get Ren. She wants him. He's willing to put his whole his brother at risk. He did it. That's the only reason why he called him. Yeah. It wasn't because he wanted to reconcile with his brother or anything. No, he just wanted that Ren guy.
Yeah, exactly. Because he needed those bugs to be out of there.
Yeah. So, but it's that. Oh, as long as my planet's protected. But in the end, they're gonna end up crushing you, dude.
Not only that, they'll lean on you for something else. They don't
and it's not a matter of if, it's when.
Well, yeah, and eventually they're slavers too. Oh, then just give us like 10 of your people, then 20, then 30, then.
Those whales, we'll kill those whales if you don't do it.
It never stops.
Yeah,
it never stops.
You don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, it's just a freaking like the mob. It's a shakedown. That's what it is. You can't give into that.
So then he's like, as soon as you think it's okay to sell people back into slavery, you've lost the ways. You're like, you're no longer an honorable man anymore. So they kind of get in each other's faces, and we see that the brother has that empath power too. So they both have it. Okay, that's kind of cool. So I guess that's a special thing that everyone on their planet has it. Only certain people do.
I think maybe everyone.
We don't see many. Is this planet populated by like billions? Is there only 10 people on this planet?
I think this might be a production problem. You don't see a lot of people on these planets.
The thing is, this planet feels like there's only like 5,000 people on it, if that.
But we only ever see 10.
Yeah.
That's weird.
We don't see. Remember, we didn't even see any villages or buildings or anything.
No. I know, and it's so cheap. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I know it takes more on your production to make that, but make it feel like a real planet.
Yeah, I know. Like I mean, it reminds me of the only episode where I thought wasn't the best, wasn't bad in Orville was the See the Stars, but it felt like only a planet of 100,000 people. It was supposed to be a planet of millions.
Yeah.
That spaceship, and it wasn't.
It wasn't.
But every other episode did feel like a planet. This doesn't feel like a planet populated by millions of people.
So this lady's like, oh, give us the prisoner, and then everything will be fine. And like Sue was like, what crime did he commit? We don't recognize anything that you've done, and if he's committed some crime, then we will deal with it. Oh, we don't do the fallacies of the Federation. You can't even hold yourselves accountable. That's how everyone's like that in this series. And Sue was like, no, we're not going to just give you someone and knowing that what you're going to do. And he even throws it back on others. Your people were slaves back, in your history, and you're turning around and doing the same thing.
And she's all typical Kelpian, the way you guys are.
Everything's about slavery. Well, you're literally going to put them in slavery. See, that's the difference.
Exactly.
So they're like, okay, they're kind of having this standoff. She's like, well, I'll give you what did she
5
say?
minutes.
5 minutes to think it over. So it's like, good. And they can't even contact Michael
and then
yet.
they keep saying, we got Burnham yet? We got him back on the ship because then we can just go.
But we see that the other brother, I'm your other mother. The other brother gets a communication from from Osira. Oh, you did a good job bringing your brother here, but they still have the prisoner. They're not playing nice.
No.
So you need to convince your brother to give him up.
Hey, I was willing to play nice with you if you just would have been booked, but now he's got Ren, and I need him. That's
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
really need.
What is so special about this guy?
Yep.
Everyone loves this dude.
He's got the goods.
So he's like, I don't know, I can't. I tried talking to Book. He's not letting me do this. And she's like, well, what? She's trying to lean on him, but he's starting to realize this. What am I buying my planet? A few months, a couple of weeks. We come back and do this. Like he's starting to get those feelings again. He's like, no, I'm not doing any of this. I'm not.
I'm done.
No,
I'm done. But she's like, okay, well, maybe I can convince you some other way. They start targeting the planet and bombarding the planet from space.
Well, before they said, what about your son? What about
Yeah,
him
you have
starving?
family. You're gonna have starvation.
Then he didn't care. Then he goes. Then she says, "Okay, I got this option." Then, and she started bombarding the
Yeah,
planet.
because she's like, your shields won't hold up. Eventually, it'll get knocked down, and I'll kill you.
So they start hearing the explosions and stuff, and then like even like Book and Michael, okay, we got to get out of here. These explosions look okay.
Yeah, they're not.
They look
bad.
the special effects here look pretty
I
good.
will say, I'll say this beautiful explosion, and I think the gun and ship designs look decent in this episode.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh my god, they're bombarding the planet, and they're like, okay, these shields can maybe hold for maybe 5 minutes. What do we do, Captain? We can't intervene. But Stewart's like, we also can't just sit here and watch them wipe out a whole people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not going to do that. That's just okay. But what the Admiral said, who cares what the Admiral says? This is bigger than that. They bring that guy to the bridge. What the hell do they want from you? She goes, look at that planet. They're willing to kill everyone on that planet just to get to you. What do you know?
And he still says no.
Oh,
Well, I can't tell you.
that.
And he's like, oh, you... and he's like, take him to the back room, rough him up a bit.
Teleport him to the planet.
Well, let Osira know that we have the prisoner ready for transport. You want to tell me now? You piece of...
That's so bad.
So they're like, okay, what do we do? Then we get back to Giorgio, and I guess she's trying to look up her medical data.
Medical
I thought
data.
she was like to take the shields down at first.
Because she
what's
does like an
doing?
emergency. She does like an emergency
Override.
How does she know those codes?
See,
He-
Jojo knows too much.
he-
Unless that Admiral gave them to her. Remember that
Maybe.
other guy that got
Yeah,
the
the
glasses?
glasses.
Maybe.
You know what?
He's got his own agenda too.
Wouldn't it have been nice if it maybe in the first episode you just see her going through data pads and going through stuff and like constantly reading?
Well,
so
the
she-
thing is, she also had that one guy she was using too. That one alien. Who
Yeah.
knows what that was all about?
Exactly. I mean, see, these are things that as an audience we wish we would see because then it would make sense why she would know these things.
But the doctor, he was like, we know we have a tracker on you. Where the hell are you going? Come back with us. And then she's all getting up in his face, and she's like, well, I'm dying. He's like, you don't have to die. We can help you.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna
save
try.
you.
Come with me. And then she kind of just begrudgingly agrees.
Well, she also says burn him, and she's like trying to run after Burn.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, but
that's
at the
so stupid.
same time, I think she needs to realize, okay, this person is trying to help me. I think she's starting to realize.
And if you care about Michael Burnham, let me save you.
yeah,
Yep.
that's what I would have told her.
Because you won't be around to save her.
Yeah.
When the time comes.
How if Michael needs you and you're not here, or you have an episode because you almost got her killed, we got to fix you first.
Yep.
Okay, I like that. Be tough with her.
He's being a really good doctor.
being a good doctor.
Beyond being a good
So
doctor.
Michael and Book are running around the forest and things are blowing up, and Michael's trying to get a communication out, but she can't. They keep getting shot out. Things are getting blown up. Like, okay, eventually they're gonna screw the locusts. Everyone's gonna be dead because they're gonna start targeting people individually.
Yeah.
So, get back to the Discovery, and they're like, well, we're not gonna let this happen. We're gonna intervene. But then
alert.
yeah, it's all the red alert. Everything's ready to go. Battle stations. But then you can see that Tilly wanted to say something. Then she just goes, "What if we don't attack and we use a different ship attacks?" And then someone just went there and just did it on their own.
And
So they
then-
saw a book ship.
Yep.
So Detmer.
You're
They
starting to
Someone-
get it.
That-
Yeah,
that
and if
mer-
someone doesn't mind being like seriously talked
Reprimanded.
Yeah, I
reprimanded.
forget because her and Nadir sound similar. So
So Detmer takes Book's ship, and her and Ren are on the ship, and they're gonna go because Ren knows like
the ship.
because I've been on every inch of this ship. I know exactly where all the weak points are.
Yeah.
So they start a battle, and it goes from looking okay to looking like absolute garbage.
It's weird.
They do this selfie mode
Yeah.
where it's following the ship from the front angle, and it looks awful.
That looks like the back part spinning with the front staying.
That's
together.
that gyro selfie thing.
I don't. Here, guys, here's the problem with it. It looks like it's two different images. That ship and that were not in the same
and also,
image.
that should have been one angle, but
They
multiple
do it like
angles.
3 times,
Yeah, they do it
That's
a lot.
ridiculous.
and you can like see them sitting like through the glass.
Ooh.
Wow. So they're flying and shooting. Comedy.
Yeah, that's the time.
Grudge jumps onto Ren's lap. Oh my god, what is this thing? It's a cat. What is that, like a pet? This is why they're getting shot at by this giant death cruiser.
It's a battle cruiser, by the way.
You know what makes me
With
mad
multiple
too?
photon torpedoes and phasers.
It's a small cat. I can understand if this was like a big like greyhound dog or something where you'd be like, oh my gosh, thing's gonna eat me. No, it's a little cat. It's not gonna do anything.
It's a Maine Coon, which is kind of like a big fluffy cat, but it's still just a cat. It's not like a cougar or
Oh,
something.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
he
it
doesn't
was
have
a
a
targ, okay, then I can see it being
Yeah, he's
targs
like a
are
panther in his room.
Yeah.
So they could then look at these angles. It's
Awful.
It's ugly.
They don't know how to do battles right.
So I guess they keep doing this. Like, am I even damaging this damn thing? Or just keep targeting these areas and they keep making passes.
Well, because there's no targeting for the
Yeah, and the thing is, it's a lot like how the Defiant. Its greatest strength was how small it was, and it can get real close, so the phasers can't lock on.
I
because
was
they're
like, no one I saw this here. It reminded me of the scene. Remember, they're in the Terra universe and they had the duplicate Defiant going against Vor's Klingon battlecruiser. They're so close. How cool that was!
This doesn't look that good.
No.
This is way better. Technically, the actual like computer generated graphics,
Oh yeah, it's way better,
but it doesn't look as good.
no, it doesn't.
Get back to Mike and then they get attacked by the other people because I guess they're gonna try to force him,
Yeah,
and their guns shoot darts.
Yeah, I think to knock him out.
I think we thought that was, or was it like a transporter thing?
Like as soon as it hits you, it transports you.
Transport, I'm assuming.
So they're
was
kind of making it
weird.
seem that
Looked
way.
like a ninja thing.
Yeah, like a Kune thing.
Or
Like,
like boom, it's right in the force.
so they start fighting. He starts fighting his brother. They beat everyone. So Michael gets the gun. So the only two people left up are the brother and Buck. They're fighting, and I got Mike's kind of like letting him fight.
I know. I'm like, you might want to do something there, Burnham.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. Hit him back in the head.
Give him this is the butt of my gun. Bam. So we get back to the fight in outer space, and
This band.
Oh.
then we get more silly banter about like believing in yourself, and you have to have courage,
Denver-
and they
Denver
don't
just
know
goes
each
weird.
other.
No, and Denver says, "Oh yeah, well you're the only one that stood up to her." Like, why is this
Oh.
happening?
And he's like, yeah, but look what he had to pay the price. Oh, if you can stand up to something, you can beat it.
Oh, well, and also, then there's no better co-pilot I want at my side. What a weird, like...
That was just an odd thing.
They
Now, if
don't
it was
know-
like her friend on the bridge, that would make more sense.
Yes.
Because they're friends. But what?
You added, like, this weird, like...
The other Helms person.
Yeah.
yeah, because they're like bestie friends.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
someone
him.
that's served for years. This
It's
person
still a
you
little
met-
weird, but at least it makes sense.
Yeah, you met this person, like, 5 minutes ago.
I don't know.
And you're acting like you're freaking Sarchi and Hutch. I don't
Like
know.
I said,
Like,
Franks, you're trying to inject you're trying to make it more
The
personable.
banter, but there's none there. There's none to
No duel in this series is interesting. Let alone a single character.
well, and also, it should
Sorry.
have been, like, short. It should have been like, no, we can do this again. That's it. That's all you're
Yeah.
going to say. Like, nothing
Oh,
crazy.
you
got
stood up
this.
to her once, you can stand up to her again.
That's it. No.
You can beat it. I'm gonna do something that's gonna get us killed. Watch this. Woo! She makes she, pretty much is kind of like what she does. She goes to manual controls. I'm like, okay. Then she literally gets they're the things from the Oculus Rift.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're the things, the little handle things.
Oh,
It's the-
terrible.
I'm pretty sure that's what they are.
What,
We could do a side by side picture. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, because it has the little ring part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Oculus Rift VR thingies.
I thought she was gonna go back to the old 2D
Yeah.
controls. I thought she was trying to do.
Because that's what she would be used to. That's
Yeah.
what she learned, how she learned to fly. She didn't learn how to fly like that. They didn't have that back then.
They had Oculus Rift. They did. I saw it.
See, it makes sense for Tom Paris to do that because he was used to those controls, but
Yes.
that was established.
You know what was really funny? After that, she said that. You hear a big explosion, but it's the torpedo.
She's like,
thing.
yeah, no, she goes, this is how I learned to fly. Then you hear, like, oh, she got killed.
that,
One second
She
later,
went through a
We
shield.
laughed so hard
that
at
was
that.
that was unintentionally funny, but that was great.
Dude, damn.
Dang, my
There
ship.
goes my ship. Book looks up.
Dang, my ship.
So they're fighting and fighting, and then he's like, you know what, brother? If it make you happy to send me to Osira, do it. Gives him,
Yeah, the bird says, "Give him the gun," and she gives him the gun, and then he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah, just do it.
Because at this point, it's like, at best, she makes me a slave. At worst, she's going to kill me and torture me. So I hope you like that.
you knew that was an option, so that'd be on you.
That would be on
Yeah.
you. Dang.
Are we having fun now, brother?
Yeah,
So,
I know, right? I love it.
so then, of course he can't do it because that's effed up.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know, but this planet has no defenses.
Yeah.
What if she just sends 100 ships this way?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if you beat her now, she's gonna come back even
Well,
stronger.
That's why
later.
we were all talking about. They just need to leave this planet. This planet is no more good. It's not safe.
It's not safe. You're gonna get closer to Federation space or something like that.
So they're able to we get back to the space battle, and they're able to target their weapon systems, and they're able to break through it and break down their weapons. So now they can't fire anymore. And I do like the fact that Like, oh, what was I forgot the name of the ship was.
Yeah, your ship is damaged.
Oh, it seems that you have suffered some structural damage. Can we be of any assistance? I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I love it.
Oh, you started a war here that you're not going to be able to finish. And then, the thing is, like, we didn't do anything. That wasn't a Federation ship.
That's why we
know
did
what?
it that way.
You
Wink,
know
wink.
what? If I was through, I would have said this. Even though he doesn't have human knowledge, I'd have been like, your chain is only strong as your weakest link.
Yeah.
And then clicked her off.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been sick.
That's what the Ricard would say.
Yes, I know, because he's not human.
What's funny, I guess I remember Major Grim was commenting, because I remember we were seeing one of his videos before this thing. How did Book know his ship was up there? How do you know
He
to
looked
find
up and saw it.
it? But how would he see it from so
That's
far away?
pretty far away.
That's what he was saying. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
He can sense his ship.
It's like, is that my ship?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, because we could see the other ship was like in orbit because it's so big.
But it's a bigger one.
But
You
his
can
ship
see
is
that.
itty bitty.
Yeah.
I know. He should have said, what ship's up there? That's what he should have said. Instead of, that's my ship, that would have made a little
Yeah.
That's my ship.
That's
more.
my-
Next
God.
week on Discovery. So they're like, "Yay, we did it!" And
Rush
then,
takes
but they
over.
still have the problem with the stupid bugs,
Yeah.
the parasites. What the hell? The locusts.
Locust, okay.
So okay, I got an idea. Why don't you guys work together and use your telepath powers to push them away?
Yeah.
We can amplify it with the signal on the Discovery. No, this is wonky sci-fi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
This
a
is
little-
silly. This is silly ass sci-fi.
This is let's wrap up loose ends.
This is almost like this is like a Care Bears ending.
Almost, I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
My
a
Little Pony, right?
It's a My Little Pony ending.
Well,
Which
here's the thing. Why don't they say, okay, what we could do is we can send a harmonic pulse down to the planet, and that could amplify your telepathic ability. Give me something.
They shoot him with a beam, so
Yeah.
they get like on one knee and they're gonna like focus their powers. And of course, this is very environmental. They're not making them leave; they're asking them to leave. Because isn't it by nature? If these things take over your planet, isn't that how nature is? So
Yeah.
aren't you going against nature?
Yeah, I know, right? Is
Whatever.
That,
Yeah.
So
no, do you be against that?
So they give each other the bro grab, hand grab of psychic powers, and they start doing like they're chanting. They shoot them with the magical beam of magic to amplify their powers. They ask them to leave, but where do they go? Go back to the sea?
See, back to the
What
sea.
couldn't they just transport all of them and put them in spin animation and take them to another planet?
But we have to do it environmentally.
Yeah, no, wouldn't that make more sense, though?
Target all these things.
I know that would be easier too.
But they weren't going to kill them, so but it was okay to use pesticides and stuff, but not whatever. So they got them to leave of their own accord.
Kind of,
Hooray,
yeah.
They did
I
it.
guess.
Then the two brothers hug and it's great. Then there's the oh my god, the mess hall scene.
The high school scene.
Well,
Cheerio.
it made me miss the bar from Lower Decks. That banter. That was so funny. That setup of the four people in Lower Decks had better chemistry than anyone on Discovery.
Not sad.
Well, and then I love the scene with
Mariner
Shark's
and
Brad.
Bo and Brad had a
up.
better.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was out there and I was doing my thing. I was kind of doing things the way I want to do it. Oh, girl, you're the best.
I just didn't see-
Oh, fist bro pump. Boom, boom, what up?
Why every time when they try to do this, it seems like they're meeting each other for the first time? There's no deeper feeling there. There's no bond there.
And Crimson, I think you're right. Yeah, I think I'd rather listen to Boner and
Mariner.
Not sad. No,
That's
they're
sad,
pretty
'cause
bad.
especially- the last episodes?
they're a Dorian.
Oh yeah, they're adoring in the
Yeah, what's his face? What's it? Sam?
Sam.
And what's her face?
Oh, I know.
The girl with the
yeah.
short haircut.
Short hair, yeah. Yeah,
But
they
they're
have better
Orion,
banter.
yeah.
Yeah, they're Orion.
yeah.
So I'd rather listen to their conversations than whatever this
Or
mess.
Rutherford and
Yeah,
Rutherford,
Sam
Rutherford.
Rutherford, and I forget what her name was.
But yeah, because she's acting like I'm acting cool. I did this. I did that.
I'm a badass.
Just ask Ren. Me and him were kicking butt.
that
It's
would
like,
be so against. I mean, your Starfleet officer wouldn't think like that. We're all part of this. We wouldn't be thinking individual.
You're not
Oh.
going 2020.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that.
Man, that fire was so intense I had to smoke a cig afterwards. It's
I mean, this feels like Air Force pilots.
Yes.
That's fine for Top Gun stuff. This is not Top Gun.
Or some other sci-fi show that's about like pilots.
Yeah.
So Ren's sitting all by himself because he's a sad little boy. And then Tilly walks up to him and he's like, I want to tell you, you know, seeing the only thing I've ever known of the Federation was that they're awful. They're
the
backhanded. They also would tell stories about, oh, if you want to scare a child, you tell them you're going to send him to Federation summer camp.
No, on Adoria. Yeah.
So that's like a punishment because the Federation's evil. But I can see that you guys aren't like that. I'm going to tell you a secret why they want me. I'm letting you know they're running out of the lithium.
Yep, the chain.
And I'm the only one who knows. Now you know. So guess what? Why don't we just play the long ball, the long game? They're going to run out of lithium. They're never going to be able to get
and
to
they
us.
don't know about anything about the spore drive.
But the scary part is that makes them a little
Dangerous.
more dangerous because now they're going to lash out.
What they're probably going to do is do one big push. I guarantee it.
And then try to, like, whatever lithium we steal.
You know, whatever. But the problem is it's a losing game. You're just going to only.
Eventually, your gambits aren't going to always work.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're going to want Bookship because he has tons of lithium. So does Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
So we get back to the family and we see that, oh, look, he did have a kid. He wasn't lying. And they're like being like a happy kind of fun family and he's talking to his brother and everything. Then Michael sees that they need like a brother's talk. Oh, why don't you come with me, little one? Oh, yeah, you're going to show me the fun lizard people. Yay, it's great. He takes off. Then he basically says, I'm going to stay with the Discovery.
Oh, yeah, Book does.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with the Discovery. And, you know, even though their home is always going to be home, but I can do better, more help here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's nice of them. And, you know, I guess his brother's back on the good guy side. Get to, they're still working on that algorithm data thing. And Adira's asleep at the console. And, they are all tuckered out. They say they like 55 times in the same.
But so
they
did
do.
Mr. tell him? Was that?
Yeah.
He told everyone on the ship.
I know, right?
Shipwreck thing. It's them, they from now on, please. Keep that in check.
Are you
So,
talking to Derek?
so they go and they're it's strange how incredibly smart Adira is, but at the same time, 16.
Yep.
So we have to balance that because we can't keep running Adira like a machine. Still a young person,
And then he like
young adult.
puts her jacket on.
Yeah,
on
because they sleep
yeah.
the console.
Remember, she never had experience in the Federation. She's from the Earth Defense Force. They never had a Starfleet. They never had any.
So
of that.
this is the whole thing. Like, are they gonna make like this is like
Their family.
their non-binary kid?
I believe so. If like everything ended in this series happy, I think she would end up with them.
I just I don't know.
So it goes on, but I'm not asleep. So
Yeah.
so Adira heard all the nice things they were saying.
Yeah.
Oh, you. It's like, okay, whatever.
Okay, I know. Next, it's like, how come this episode didn't end like 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
End
So
the episode.
the thing's about 60% done. So
Yeah.
might as well go to bed. There's nothing we can do
Yeah,
while
just
things
wait.
about 60-some%. Okay, go to bed. Oh, okay. Then we get to Michael and Book, and Book is like, everything that's happened. And because he's been talking about just kind of going his own way again, but he basically tells Michael, I want to be a part of Starfleet.
Yeah.
I want, like, oh, that's cool because Book's cool. He's a cool guy.
Like I said, it was.
But
really
how does this
awkward.
even work anymore? There's no academy anymore. So
Well,
he
like I
just,
said, he can tell them the dangers are going to be ahead, like Neelix did on Voyager. He's going to be that guy
Yeah.
because he knows what the Alpha Quadrant.
is he gonna have a uniform?
Right. He should. He should.
So he decides to stay and everything, and Michael's super happy because now her live-in boyfriend
Boyfriend
is there now. So end of the episode. So much threads. I just want to know about the song, the music thing, and the burn. That's it. I don't care about any of the
Yeah.
other stuff.
And then maybe about the chain because there's like their common enemy. now.
Yeah, because now that's like their big.
Well,
enemy.
they know they're going to have a big push because they're about the lithium. Because they learn into that, they're going to be screwed like everyone else.
But what do they gain? What they get another 10, 15
They're,
years?
it's borrowed time. That's what
Yeah.
they're on.
And you know what would be kind of cool if there was like a mad dash to get like the lithium, so everyone's like going for it. So it's like the Chain Federation, everyone.
But the Federation has their Trump with
Yeah,
Discovery
it's
now.
Discovery.
Where's the Borg?
I know it's weird that the Borg have done nothing. Did it affect the Borg too?
Did
I
it
don't
blow
know.
up the Borg? What if Starfleet did this to destroy the Borg? Because they were gonna
That'd
take
be
over
funny.
everything.
See, but again, that's a cool theory, and I thought that was
that, that would be interesting, right? Because like,
yeah.
But,
Section 31 would do that.
But so yeah, kind of a mess. I know. Yeah, I totally forgot about the Giorgio literally falling apart.
Yeah, that
like her
was-
body's like literally.
There were too
deteriorating.
many plots in this
there's
episode.
Yeah.
way too much.
That's
stuff.
why this is like a 4 because there's too many plots.
If they would have like made this into like 3 different episodes, it would have been kind of nice.
Yeah, 3 35-minute episodes. There are 3
Yeah.
27-minute
This
episodes.
was like almost 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's over in a
ridiculous.
Or not to be mean, I do like the Stamets. You know,
Yeah, it's a
the
fun family thing, but it has really nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, can that almost been like a 15-minute short?
Yeah.
Because that's what
That should have been a short track.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
But I
would
wanted
like
them to get to the coordinates of this thing, but it looks like according to next episode, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
And that's irritating.
We have to
me.
save Giorgio. Whatever.
Who cares?
No, we don't need to save her.
the Federation is better off with you dead.
Maybe
No
no
one
one's
can
listening
deny
have to
that.
send her back to the Terran Empire, maybe. Maybe she has to be in her own universe.
I guess.
Whatever.
Because
Well, I still like your idea. They teleport her, boom, she's right there, and they capture her and they put her on
Well,
trial.
because I think their Terran Empire is back to, it's like a Federation type
Yeah,
of
but
thing.
a
now,
more
so-
aggressive Federation.
A little more aggressive, but they're not, yeah.
Killing
They're probably
people.
doing better off in the real Federation, which is funny.
Yeah.